This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up.
Formal intro.
Yeah, instead of having a formal introduction like how we normally do.
So it's some shit. So at this point, I shouldn't say yes, welcome back to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with your host, Mistuh King, Kana Woods, Rashid, Kalissa. We got the full house in the building. Yes. So you're saying that I shouldn't do that?
I just say you're at one point, it'll be interesting to test and see.
Try different alternative intros and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you do it today.
Well, I mean, technically, he said he wasn't going to do it by doing it.
Yeah, that's why he didn't
There's ways to work around language and all of that. Alright, so I mean, this is what episode is this? Is what? Episode 111?
I ain't gonna lie to you, after we passed 100, I stopped. It's
been a long time since we actually announced which episode it was on the episode. It's only after in post I just realized, okay, this what episode we on.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I ain't really been paying that close attention in terms of numbers and things. I appreciate the growth, and it's a steady grind as we've been here now. I guess entering the third year or something like that of the link up.
This is supposed to be
the second.
We're going in the second year.
Yeah, going in the second year, and then almost the third.
I guess when you reach November time ish around, that gonna make it 3 years? Something I think so.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna make it up for at least 2 years.
Really?
It's impossible.
No, that will make it 3 years because this is the second year with Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is about whoa. This is less sad we don't that too. Like, why you have to say that? Why you have to bring that?
Because it's the truth. Look, this is the year where everything breaks down for me emotional wise. So
how you mean emotional wise?
Yeah.
I'm going on like,
no, I watched me like I was crazy for answering that question.
I'm going on 13, like everything breaks after that.
I had a feeling that's what you had me, but I was kind of hoping we would go somewhere else. But is why you have to bring that up for Jack?
No, he feeling old.
Yo, it's only
that's how old you are.
It's only the last 2 years I really started like paying attention and actually start feeling a way that that 3-0 coming up a little bit too quick,
I feel like 28, still got 2 years. Nah, I don't know.
By them 2 years, quick, by look how, dog.
2 years on this podcast, dog.
Yeah, look at that.
That's true, but still, it's like, we living in a different time. Age don't mean what it used to mean, like, for our mothers and grandmothers in terms of, 30, I feel like the dumb shit that 30-year-olds still doing and the mentality of a 30-year-old, I feel like it's not the same of when you used to hear the stories of my mother, she was living on her own from since she was 15 and thing because they didn't have all of Havel on St. Martin, so she had to go Aruba to finish Havel 4 and 5, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So from then she was already out the house.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. And St. Martin, they only had till third farm or something.
My mother was in Aruba for school, but I don't know exactly if it was for college or it was for something like that. But she do school in Aruba as well.
But listening to them stories, my mother was done married at 21 or I 28 now. And you done married and having kids and stuff.
People, that's true. People in
that's what I mean. The 30 now isn't the same.
My father liked to hit them on when I was 20 or 21, I had 20 people under working for me. This and that. I was like, all right. Yeah. What I mean for me. No, a time me and he really had a big argument was when I couldn't take that little job he just showed no more and be like, but Biggs, you didn't go to school. So that you add 4 years on top of that, okay, cool, granted, I would have been 25 and I had 20 people working for me, but still. That 4 years, that's a long time. Mm-hmm. That's a long time you have to have somebody work experience wise, and plus back then everything. I don't want to say everything was easier, but if you was a hustler,
it's like something we've talked about in the past.
Opportunities back then was.
If we say
it was way higher, you for certain things you didn't need the amount of papers that you need now. For example, if you just want to work in a company, it was easier to, the point of entry was lower than what it is now.
There was less competition, I feel as well.
Not true, there was less people in the world. So like just off of that sheer nature alone.
But
point.
back then you didn't need to even be specialized or nothing like that. For example, my mother, let me tell you, my mother went to college in the States and she studied computer science and math. My mother does work at a hotel. Like she's a general manager at a hotel.
Yeah, but I mean that.
So it's like
That ain't really.
like back then, but I'm not saying like either way should have do
Come
her
here.
thing. But I saying that what she needed to be in a position now, like back
is
then,
looking for.
all she do was like she went work sales, and then like she had get experience, and then now she end up in a position when she really don't have like uploaded and like
But
Experience is king.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you could argue a lot of people do it. No.
But I feel like no is kind of like frowned upon, and also is like no, like a bachelor is more like high school diploma, because honestly you can't do shit without.
Yeah, in a couple
without,
years
like,
a master's will
yeah.
become the same thing as what a bachelor's is now.
Depends on what you're studying.
Yeah.
Again,
You got a
important.
few jobs that
Because
obviously
like people with IT, they don't even really need to do a bachelor. All they need to do is finish MBO, and then they making more money than more people that study in bachelor degrees.
I mean, how long it was when we had what his name up here? Y'all know the person I'm talking about.
Ryan?
right?
Yeah. And like
Whoa.
how long?
How the hell are you pick that one pussy?
IT.
From-
IT.
Who else
Yeah,
we
but-
had up here that was IT related?
Yeah, but still,
It wasn't a lot to
Are you
pick
did that
up.
quick?
Honestly-
Are you did that quick?
Yeah, but if
But
the
I mean, like,
IT
how
thing
long he
wasn't
was-
thrown in, then I get what you're saying. But the IT
But I
thing
mean,
made it.
come on, Sean.
I still find out you got
Okay.
that
Like
quick.
how
You
long
know
this
what?
man was in the working field before going to college and any of them things. Like
Exactly.
if you know how to do if you know the code and do everything you need to do in
But
that
I feel
field.
like I feel like that's also if you know already what you want to do. I feel
Yeah, I mean,
that
Ryan's
as well.
one of those few people that know what the hell he wanted
yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
That certainly
Like
helps
once you
because
know, you can really make it happen. Like my
like that I
brother
feel
did.
like
Yeah.
about Bianca and stuff like that as well. When you know, okay, dance is your passion, and I'ma just go super hard, and you, like if there's different things that your parents do, and like allowing her to go to different camps or whatever in different places to kind of really pursue it on a serious level and
But
things like that.
even
If
somebody-
you know what you want to do from young, you could kind of be one of those
Yeah.
type of people.
Yeah, but even I find them people like Bianca and Ryan is very few. Is very few of those people
Yeah.
because
Yep.
Yeah.
especially at that young age is I know for sure I couldn't tell the difference between a passion and a hobby. I had a lot of hobbies.
Yo, I swear I was going to be a video game designer because like
I said I
Shigeru
was-
Miyamoto
I
was
said-
my role model and shit. Like when I was probably in like primary school ages and things like that. Even before that, I wanted to be a steamroller driver
Bless you.
in like elementary
Sounds
school
right.
because I remember
Wait, a
just
what?
a steamroller driver.
That one is
my
interesting.
aspirations in primary school.
I never heard nobody say that.
That's
Like,
right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
At
new
least he
one.
was
That's a new
creative
one.
with it.
Steamroller's cool. That's what I thought at the time. I want to do that, and this was like elementary and shit. I wanted to be a fireman at the point in time. Like,
Okay, I mean that's one of the classic ones.
Yeah.
Fireman, doctor, police.
For
it used
me,
to change
was,
every weekend, like in those ages,
For me, it was
like super
football.
young ages.
For me, it was more like, what am I good in? So then I never really thought about like, afterwards after I realized, okay, what I do is not really what I want to do. I had like a breakdown, and then I was like, okay, let me reevaluate what I like and what I don't like.
That was real deep.
But I had I had the exact pakket,
Same.
and that's basically natuurkunde, scheikunde, like all of this stuff, and really good in it. So I said, okay, I'm just going to study psychology and become like a doctor or some fuck like that. That was basically what I
Y'all
was
just had like one on. It was because with us is like natuurlijke gezondheid and natuurlijke techniek. There's the two different ones in
Okay.
the
They were
Yeah.
science package.
No. I know what
Those
you
two
I
together.
know what you mean. But in Aruba is we only have like exact and then like MM.
yeah.
Because
This
so
is way too
MM
long
is like
conversation.
economy,
basically is
social.
just
Yeah.
science.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is, when I was in high school, the rules had
We get
changed,
also.
and then we had to get extra vacants. So basically, you could have MM and NW at the same time. So exact and medicine maatschappij at the
okay.
same time. Because that's what I had. I had both.
I had that, but then I could have still had economy with it, but it was mostly that and economy.
Yo, Vewe was a bitch in my, like, they changed, like, that's the next thing. I feel like our school system was a little tense because The year I went VV.
Tangent.
Yes,
This
sorry
is how it
guys.
happens.
But I just feel like, but we really
got.
really got topics anyways. So.
But we was just talking about something. And then ask about one thing
Okay,
about
but
the
like we
school.
talk about school systems or whatever. Like these are problems in the Caribbean, guys. And we got to fix it, so we got to talk about it.
He was
Okay.
talking about education. And
Exactly,
then
and I about to talk about education. What's your problem? I was saying that I don't appreciate how unorganized school system well, at least in Aruba, because in my year they told us when we was going into Veivir that the rules had changed in Holland, so we might end up falling into that. But then when we went and signed up for like our packets and stuff, they was like, no, we ain't changing it. It's staying like this for this year. And halfway through the year, they decide that everybody had to change the packet, and it was like everybody have to add in an extra vac.
That's a mess.
Yo, and then
That's a mess. Oh my god.
and then we had to stay like extra long at school and thing, and then you couldn't even really pick what you wanted to pick because it was whatever could have fit in their schedules. So like, but it was fucked up because it was fucked up. So then, yeah, a lot of people end up with a vac that they didn't want.
This was something that happened at like other schools, or this was just your
Okay,
school?
so it could only happen at our school because we were the only VWO school.
okay.
Like, it have two. It have a colegio in San Nicolas and a colegio in
It's quite a big campus.
town.
It's,
Yeah, but the
campus,
problem
yeah, I guess.
is the colegio in San Nicolas only goes till third form because the school's so small. So then after that, you have to go to the one in town, and that's what I did. I went to the one in town after
And the
for
one
the
in town is
fourth.
quite big.
For fourth form. But it could have only happened at our school because we the only one with a Veivir class. So
Okay,
it had
okay.
like a bunch of Veivir classes, but
Even with that whole system is concerned, see, Martin, I not versed at all.
by
But for real, how that does go in CIA? Like, when is there a point where like you pick in whatever package that you have, and like is that also a thing? I don't even know what. I never really talked about.
If I can remember properly, you could have picked your language. You could have picked.
But y'all don't just do like 3 subjects one block, and then another 3 subjects the next block, and then like
Yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah, we only had. If I'm mistaken,
What do you have?
it was only like 3-4 subjects a semester.
what?
Yeah, each class was like an hour and a half.
Wow.
but that's more.
It's like
that-
private
but
school.
then-
Let's cast
So
it
while
like
it sounds like, yeah, okay, cool, 3 4 subjects that nothing compared to you getting like 12 subjects a thing. But you sitting down in one class getting an hour and a half worth of content.
To be
How
really
much was it, like
honest with you, I
45
prefer
minutes?
that
but
because
that's
that's
more
more.
what I'm getting at school now.
yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
how they set up basically.
I would prefer that because then you could
Focus on just this.
focus and
It's fucked up if it's like it's good when it's your good subjects. It's fucked
Yep.
up when it's your bad subjects. That this is all you're doing. There's no kind of redeeming thing.
No,
that you
but I
can do.
think-
90% of them was my bad subjects.
but the thing is, I think that's better though because you got more time to like ease into the lesson and stuff. Because a lot of times, like, okay, how many are you went MPC?
Me and Rishi.
Okay, so y'all ever had it like them classes were like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you come in, the first 10 minutes is waiting for children to sit down or the class to settle down, and then the last 10 minutes is like nobody ain't really paying attention. So now you'll have like 25 minutes of actual.
Shit, last 10 minutes,
actual
people
class.
already packing out the bag, ready to go.
Right?
I mean,
They are
granted,
fucking
I
great.
always used to sit all the way in the back. I would open up the book.
I used to be
I used
eating.
to
Just pay
Start off in
attention.
the back.
Yeah, just pay attention to see. Okay, this is what. Because I only go to class to see what I should not learn. Because they always talk about, okay, this and this, you can skip it. You don't need to read it. Cool, check. I don't read in class. It don't work. I try to soak in the most, but what I used to do when I'm at home, then I go into it. I read it and make my notes.
I can't
done.
do that. I
Because
got
at
that
school you
in-house.
can't focus, dog. My school, focus.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like my last couple of years, I was barely in school. Like my attendance, was tragic.
No, I was one that I pay attention in class. I can't, that whole homework thing, I don't think I do a bit of like homework or studying in my whole high school
And that's
career.
more alien as well.
I just have to do
Sometimes-
both. I just pay attention, reach home, and be like, what is it again? And I have to go over the books again.
If I was
To really, like, I don't retain nothing that's
if I was a smart student, I would be doing things like that because a lot of things I don't retain, or I think I retain as properly during the day. Going back is completely different if I have to ask me about it. So, that would have been a better idea. But
Right.
That would say I would start off in the back of the class and then realizing like the depends on the difficulty of the class. Depending on the difficulty of the class, I would like slowly throughout the year just progress.
I can't miss a word. Let me make sure I hear everything.
I didn't used to start off like if I walk in the first day and I know me and the subject don't get along, the first day I don't have my seating arrangement, I like in the front. Cause like by us, it used to be like a serious thing, like nobody was sitting in your seat.
But
like, it wasn't assigned, but we wasn't really moving around.
We had unspoken rules. Yeah, unspoken rules.
Yeah.
NPC was the same.
Yeah, we had, but everybody had the cliques too. Even in the private school, everybody had it. They had a little black group. They had the extra rich white kids. They had the one that was in the middle.
We had
the sports people.
We had those. But like, to be honest with you, I feel like in my class it was more of a thing. You sit wherever, like, however much you're trying to pay attention. So it wasn't really you want to sit there for like a click or nothing, because a lot of the people like. Okay, so I come from St. Nicholas, and it only had like a few kids like from St. Nicholas who was there in Vevir. So it's like we used to try to stick together as much as possible, but it was kind of rough.
Birds of a feather flock together.
And then in town, them people didn't have accents, so then they hear us talking and they used to watch us all kind of way. Like it legitimately had times in class that I was talking to my friend like Natalie, and people would stop whatever they was doing to watch us and overhear our conversation because they was mesmerized by the accent. Like, that's how serious it is.
Yeah, that's
Same island.
On your own island, that's a bit weird, yeah.
No, because like Aruba kind of divided. You would say that too, right? Like
Aruba's divided, but you would think it's in two. No, it's not divided in two. Aruba is divided in 4 pieces.
Really?
You got St. Nicholas, then you have the middle, and the middle is divided in 2. So you have the people that live.
Buchina? That's what you're trying to say?
No. I mean, you if you want, you could call it that. But you have like people on like the Palm Beach. Yeah, the Palm Beach, the Havo Vero, that area, and then you have the other side, where it's like Santa Cruz, and like so it's like that's the middle divided, and then you have the high winds like where all the hotel areas and stuff like that. That's
you
another.
See, but the thing is, look, Santa Cruz got a bad rap, but like to be honest with you, all the Santa Cruzeros that I know, they're like normal. So even though they just get
all the knows that all the words that you know.
Also, that's how you say about Australian people.
No, that's true.
I don't think we had anybody from Boneo that I know.
And they ain't coming on, I don't. It had a time I say it got like 6 families in Bonaire, so I mean.
But
y'all be taking your shots.
I think but most of the people that you know probably like they went to school and stuff and they're here. I'm not talking about those people. They made it out.
What kind of life is over there in Santa Cruz, bro?
He
made it out.
Man said he made it out.
I mean,
he wrong for that, but like he not wrong.
Bob King. What's the first one we actually had?
20 minutes.
These last 20 minutes was nowhere near the first thing. Was
okay, guys. So circumcision.
Wow.
That's what you want to start.
Take the lead.
You are straight out there.
So what do you want to talk about with circumcision, Khalil?
So I had read. Was it an article? I think it was a clip actually. Mm-hmm. I saw a clip about circumcision, and basically the discussion was like, if we feel like it's cruel, or if y'all would do it to y'all sons. That's basically the question here. How y'all feel about circumcision in general?
Well, me being the ambassador of circumcisions, not really.
I was like, what?
I am not circumcised.
I was waiting to see where he was going with it.
I am not circumcised, so I really I'm not gonna I don't feel left behind. Because I'm not circumcised, you know.
You feel like you missed out on the thing.
Nope, not really.
What y'all think the majority is? Circumcised or
I
uncircumcised?
think that
I
depends
think
where you,
the majority
where
is
you are.
circumcised.
To me, I think that depends where you are.
That's true.
Like religion and
that-
things
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what-
Yeah,
that is
so
what-
it's like,
If you're talking about Western world, I would say still circumcised.
I feel like it's more
If
common
you're
over
just
here.
using Europe as a starting point,
Europe and
most
America.
people are circumcised.
America too, I would say
Yeah.
circumcised. Maybe Latin America might fall more on the
I
uncircumcised
feel
part.
like Googling the facts. Woods, this seems like something you would Google.
Does it really?
You can imagine. I mean, that FBI could win in the States, but you can imagine like the Interpol
Right?
agent
This
like
is
assigned
chicken
to
egg.
Woods' phone right now. He just about to fucking
They like,
Google uncircumcised.
So
He's like, what-
percentages of uncircumcised penises
What
in
going
the
on
US.
with
But
this
to be
man?
honest with you, we don't know what's a be googling at a regular, so he might not even be shocked.
Woods to use VPN, so that
Oh,
So
okay.
like Google don't know. Like they see weird stuff, but they don't know where it's coming from.
I'm about to finally jump on that train too. I
Oh,
ain't
so
gonna lie
what
to you.
weird stuff then?
You use a paid
Stay
one?
efficient.
I was looking for a good free one, and
I think I'd see I post something about now
they got
Facebook or something.
ridiculous ones where you can like watch ads for like 10 minutes of like.
I just
watch 6
tell this man just bite the bullet, pay for the Express VPN.
Yeah,
and
it's always better to just.
It's always better to get paid versions, but
Let's hassle on them
when
ones,
man
but
got
if you
paid,
can save some money,
when man got paid money, we
Yeah.
will start paying.
I mean, you should.
That's what
you
we're
should-
waiting for.
My whole thing is get it when like cause the VPNs like we're going on a tangent, but for
no, we're
for
coming
those-
back. I remember
For,
what time.
yeah,
We're coming back.
for those of you that want
like a fucking
VPN,
boomerang.
just wait for like the digital deals like Cyber Monday or stuff like that, because then you have crazy deals.
Ah,
That's what I
smart.
usually do. So on Cyber Monday, I just renew my thing, and they have like 50% off a whole year. So you just pay
That's not
like what, €40 for the whole year. And then if you divide it by 12, you're saving a shit ton of money. So
Okay,
I gonna wait for November for that one, sir. But
VPN
yeah,
shorts.
cutting off the skin off your penis.
Yes.
So, young adults in America are around 80% circumcised.
So more or less.
So that's in
30,
America, and if you go to Europe,
More or less what we were
I
saying.
am shocked that people actually know like the percentage of this.
Estimates
I
and all of
mean,
that.
Yeah.
And they test
I
as
feel
a
like
control
it's a-
group. They do certain amounts of research.
In Europe, it's a little bit more
Balanced.
like they don't really know, but they would say like
It's a bit more. vague.
around 80%.
Yeah, because Europe is complicated. And there's a bunch of different countries that don't
Yeah.
use the same things and speak different languages and all of them things.
Nah, but whereas
So
if I-
you are not.
I am not.
Anybody here?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I the only one apparently.
Yeah, it seems so.
it looks so. I don't know.
Do you know like the reasons your mother or parents made the decision?
Nah, I never asked. I don't know.
I actually asked my mother that question once.
I don't know. I should
think-
ask her something.
Actually, I don't remember how the topic come up, but at one point she was like, yeah, she had asked the doctor, and the doctor was like, Cheryl, you want your son get like infections and shit? It's there for a reason. And then I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. So
I never get infection.
I just about
not
to
saying
try
you
it
know,
out.
not saying shit
I
on
mean,
nobody.
oftentimes the excuse is used for the exact opposite. In a
Yeah,
sense.
I
Like
didn't
people
say
say
that.
that
You should
there's more
get rid of
hygienic
it.
to
So I
More
remove
hygienic.
it.
I
versus-
actually
I did
people that don't
research.
make.
That's what I think as
exactly.
well.
I
That's
actually
always how I felt. Like
I did research on this a while back because I was really like, I wanted to know if I had to think about, okay, do I have to get circumcised later in life? Because
I know, like it is something I looked into for that similar reason. Like there was a point that I was
because
considering,
everybody
like,
in my
a
clique
grown
was, so I
man
was like,
being circumcised, and I was like, do I
Nah,
even
I
want to
never-
do
I
that as
never-
like a grown
Yeah, it was
man to
never peer
feel
pressure.
all that
It was
pain?
never. Nah, for me, I did the research because of TV. We never said, at least I was never part of that conversation with like the group of friends. Be like, hey, you know, y'all have penis, skin on y'all penis. You know, I was never part of that.
I don't
So, like,
remember what
because of the topic on TV is where it had me curious. So I was like,
Yeah, I don't know what sparked the conversation, but
Yeah,
the conversation did happen.
For
in
me,
my
it was kind of
friends.
like overhearing females' preference. You know, it had me kind of considering, like, you know, Is it worth it? Is it something to consider? Because some females tend to prefer because they feel it's more. But then the arguments they give is like why they prefer it. It's the same hygiene things. Like if you just bathe, it's like it makes no difference. So if that's your main reason for preferring it and stuff, is like
the fact that you even went to like look it up because of what they say, that's very considerate of you.
Okay,
I mean,
wait. Time out. What you
from no, like about a female perspective thing because like. You know, I have cousins who have kids who get them circumcised and whatever, and like a lot of girls, well, the ones I've talked to personally, a lot of girls tend to prefer like circumcised, just because they feel like it more aesthetically pleasing, I guess, or like they feel like, let's say when you're giving head, it's kind of like gross or whatever, or like they're turned off by like the extra skin or stuff like that.
But the extra skin will be pulled back.
Yeah, when it's...
I ain't an expert in sucking dick. But
look, personally, I just feel like...
that sentence alone.
I can't speak for... Okay.
I've seen it happen.
I can't speak for every day. So like, I know how my thing works, right?
Right.
I know that's not a problem.
That's a fact.
With me, but maybe some other things got some extended skin and
so that's a question.
Hold on, let me ask y'all a question then.
Answer.
Y'all ever had to deal with
pause.
yeah.
I missed that one.
y'all ever had to deal with the smegma?
Smegma?
Yeah.
That's why you say if you bathe.
You know what's fucked up?
When I was a little kid, yes.
Yeah.
I only figured out that term like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that was like only 2 years ago I realized like what schmegma really was. I legit had to go and like Google that shit.
When I was a little kid.
Oof.
You know what it is?
It's the build up.
I figure like I get it from the context, but like I just wanted to confirm.
It's the build up when the guy don't bathe properly, like
basically
when you don't hold your back basically and get like
skin while you're bathing.
Yeah, when I was three to 4 years old, like for some reason my parents thought 3 to 4 years old is a perfect time for Joel to go shower by himself. So I started to shower by myself.
Independence.
And
like my mother always asked me, "Are you skin it back?" Yeah, I skinned it back, but I didn't do the due diligence and make sure that everything went away. So then Woods learned that day. No. Woods learned a couple of days afterwards in a wrong way why you should skin it back. And I've never not skinned it back.
wow.
That used to be one of
the key.
What happened?
You know your mother used to have like a daily thing of morning questions to ask you to make sure you do. You brush your teeth, you make your bed.
You scrub your
that was one of my mother things. You pee your back, you pee your skin back probably. Like, yeah. Like alright, because I'm asking you that now.
Wait, tell what age she was asking you this.
That's a good question. No, the peel back part, she stopped after like 9, 10.
It take that long?
Yeah.
That way. That really
Nah, you gotta keep asking, yo.
Your body's nasty, no. I'm sorry. Like, hey, when we take it up with acid, like, but you got to ask them questions, Johnny.
You gotta keep asking.
I'm pretty sure that was included in like my questions as well, but I don't recall like how old it was or how long you continued or whatever.
I give a ballpark. I don't know really.
I don't recall.
But let me.
This is a conversation that she'd never had with his parents. So.
Schmegma?
No,
just
the
kidding,
peeling back. He didn't have to.
Nah.
Did this potentially time? Let's see face. Nah. I can skip this conversation again.
It's been quite easy for me.
Let me ask you, have you ever had a girl that was turned off when she found out that your tool was uncircumcised?
No.
Me neither. So like,
and she see it.
So this whole what Kalissa was saying earlier about how it seemed like a lot more girls rather it uncircumcised. I've heard that a lot as well, but I've never encountered that.
Okay, let's okay.
My understanding of it is kind of like you see a chick that don't really have an ass, but she's pretty in pretty much every aspect and thing. It's like your ideal would be maybe a little bigger ass, but it's like you don't really gonna penalize yourself for being a little flat.
What?
Like there's an ideal, but then there's
he mean like you could have a preference, but basically if you like that person in general, you look past a couple things.
Like,
No, I see where you're coming from.
I
Flat
really
balance,
want to
you
see
know?
a circumcised dick or
Okay.
whatever, but
Oh,
it's like, well,
but
it works just the same. Ain't giving me no problems. Like, I guess we'll work with this type. I feel like that's more it's not that deep for them, basically.
Yo, to be really honest with you, I don't really get it because I feel like personally, it like it ain't exactly the most attractive body part anyway. So what's a little extra skin? To be really honest with you, is like
There's a little sleeve.
it's like a little decor, you know.
Yo,
I don't know how I feel about
yo,
Rashid
I don't
making
know.
these comments.
And you know what the fuck I'm thinking about it? And this, I think.
I feel like you're making fun of us.
Because you don't have you problem.
You know what the fuck up part of it is? When he said that, I imagine like someone actually like knitting a sleeve for like skinless dick and then just put it on like yo.
Just for the cold months, right? I mean, winter time.
I don't know though. Just give it to my head. I don't want to give it to myself. I want to sleep at night.
A dick sweater. That's what I'm
I mean-
Oh my gosh.
But I for sure heard girls say that, yo, if he not circumcised,
No, but I hear that too, and in my 27 years,
Yeah.
I've never
encountered that problem.
I feel like after you
I've heard girls say that they were surprised, but they were shocked, but not to say they reached a point where
Yeah.
okay, no, maybe we should back out.
I mean, you know,
Like, when
maybe that's just because you got a sauce, you know?
But like,
Yeah.
like if a
Yeah,
girl
it's
said
that.
that after, wonder like how experienced is she then? Because like I feel like that's one of those things like when you experience it for the first time, it's like it's a
It
dick,
sounds more like girls
It's
that
a penis.
never had an uncircumcised dick. They're just saying shit.
right?
I mean, it could be girls that have had both and they just like, nah, it ain't it for me.
I mean, I really
I mean, you
wouldn't-
can have
I really
preference, but to the
wouldn't.
point where
But-
you would just deny it completely.
I
Yeah.
think the ones that probably might
I
get to that
mean-
would have to have like a bad
It's the same-
experience
it's-
with it, like
yeah.
a peel
Or-
back and
or
it
it
smells
sounds like-
bad or something.
Yeah.
To be honest,
how
man,
many
guys are getting denied for having it too
Yeah.
small, too big. So what?
or
like,
or
you
how
talking
many
about
guys don't say like, yo, if that pussy look nasty, I ain't going in.
Is that though?
I think it's the same stupid thing. It's just like,
I feel
yo,
that
if
way
the
as well.
pussy is just all over the place, if the dick got some extra
If you
skin.
love a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, I
that's the
just
one.
think people just being young and dumb.
People just say shit.
Yeah,
People just talking for the sake of talking.
yeah.
I mean, what do you consider that dick discrimination?
Essentially,
I mean, but I have a
What else is
question.
it?
I have a question. Like,
Essentially.
y'all just do it too? So, like, if a like the baloney sandwich thing, like, for example, if a
Oh.
girl, if you pull on her pants, she look like that, like you less eager to give her head, right? If you're being honest with yourself.
I mean, if
The
you love
look-
bologna sandwiches,
The look of a
don't work like
vagina
that.
was something that never was a determining factor in whether I eat. Like, not in terms of the labia or the lips and stuff, like, just that.
Well, yeah, just close
Whether
your
she
eyes.
shaved.
You know how long he was sitting there pondering it. He was like,
No, because
so you jumping in like free willy then.
dive in.
you never
For me,
experienced that.
The thing that was more of a determining
I
factor was how shaved is it or not.
that was always
To
my
me, that
thing.
was
Yeah.
more important
Yeah.
because
Cause getting a rock burn on your face ain't fun.
Yeah,
eating vagina is different than giving head on a man. I mean, I would assume for the women in terms of like where the hair is the part that you busy pleasing or putting in your mouth or whatever. There's no hair there, like for the on the women perspective.
I
Like,
mean,
I
if you're
know
doing
how-
it right.
Okay,
damn.
okay. I don't know what I mean,
God
but
damn.
I'm gonna go back to the point I was making.
proceed.
Yeah, it's just the hair is to me more of a factor
No,
than how it look
Don't
like.
make that into a clip. Don't
Rashid,
do
she
it.
talking to you.
I understand.
No, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie. They had certain females like when you undressing, and I see they had a little bit extra meat. I was like, whoa, but it was never. Why you gotta do that? It was never that. It was never to say, oh bye, I ain't doing that. No, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if it's your first experience with a vagina looking like that, you'd be taken aback for the first few seconds, but then you dive
I
in.
mean, I ain't
It's
gonna
gonna
lie.
take over anyway.
To me personally,
You dive in.
to me personally, is not the best looking, but yeah, I don't have the prettiest dick in the world either. So I mean, who's me to say anything?
And anyone that walks around saying they got a pretty dick, something wrong with you.
Hey, they got girls
Why?
that say dick's pretty.
I think
don't-
my dick pretty. What's the problem with that? It's mine.
Let a man live his life, no?
All right.
You know,
I want an
self-confidence
explanation.
is key.
I want an explanation.
Why
No.
you
You can live with your pretty dick, King. It's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, it's not many things that has made me get a little comfortable. In general,
I'm just saying. It's
in
my
general,
own-
as a podcast, I'm a little comfortable how serious we talking about dicks.
Well,
here.
why can I take pride in my own body? That's all I'm
So you
saying.
gonna walk
Yeah,
around saying you have a
live.
pretty dick?
I don't tell nobody. Well, today on podcast.
Now everybody knows.
Other than today.
I would rather walk on the
that's
street
why-
and say that on the internet because this shit is for life
I
now.
understand.
That's why you feel some type of way when I
Okay,
say I had a
so after-
sleeve.
you know the sad part? After all this dick talk, nobody still didn't answer the question.
What the main question was?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the whole point. What are you circumcised? Are you children?
No,
We never got to that question. We was asking a different question
Yeah,
initially.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was the main question. That's the whole fuck. That's where the topic come from.
my kids, nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't with my
Yes. I don't got a reason. I just have.
Yeah, exactly. You
I mean, it makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would have to wait and see.
Because I have
I
seen
don't
certain
really-
studies and things point to increase in erectile dysfunction and different things and lack of sensation because of being circumcised, because there's a whole bunch of nerve endings and stuff
Oh, that rough.
that is in the foreskin as well that kind of play into like feeling and whatnot. So there are theories that people think that there might be some kind of link to people being circumcised and then later in life developing erectile dysfunction and whatnot. So it's like,
That's a fair
I don't know.
answer.
I don't know about the erectile dysfunction, but I did read a similar study, and the reasoning is because of it's same with anything friction. Eventually, any body part doesn't have to be your dick. Anywhere where there's a constant flow of friction, your body will then do stuff to minimize the damage. So in terms of that, it would
loss of sensation.
loss of sensation, so
Yeah,
that
that
it's
makes
not
sense.
as sense. It's that just makes sense. But again, like I can only speak for me.
Yo, but for real, though, that is something that you afraid of, like later. Maybe not you, Rashid, but like, oh, isn't there something like, no, 'cause Rashid still got
He
time
young,
before he
that's
got
why-
taken about this
that's-
kind of thing.
The way you said us like Rashida uses
Erectile-
something.
erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, that is something that he's starting to like slowly worry about.
That's why I don't cook with oil.
With oil?
Oh,
Yeah, at house
Like-
I don't cook with oil.
What kind of oil?
Basically,
Just all oil?
basically the main reason erectile dysfunction happens within our bodies.
Lack of
Is-
proper blood flow.
Yes, and that's blood clots and stuff like that. And one of the biggest reasons we get blood clots is basically fat and stuff. And the biggest factor for
Things
that is
clogging
oil
the
and stuff.
arteries and
Yeah.
whatnot.
That's
So,
something I should probably make note of.
so if I eat out, I don't mind oil and stuff. But when I home, I don't cook with oil. All the foods I make at home is I either bake. I don't fry stuff.
this is any
mostly,
type of oil?
anything.
Yeah,
No.
this is my thing as well. So like
I
sunflower
fry.
oil,
No oil. I fry with water. Sounds weird.
butter,
Okay.
I don't.
butter.
No, I have a butter. I have a vegan butter in my room, but that's not for me. That's for the
Exactly.
missus.
Vegan butter. Oh yeah, that might be a something.
So like, okay.
What?
Because I'm thinking like, why would you also not eat the vegan butter? But then I guess given you just kind of explain where you're just trying to stay away from oil.
Yeah,
Butter
oil
is
in general,
basically-
'cause, like,
yeah.
'Cause,
I
yeah,
just don't want blood clots in my body.
Right.
I mean,
Because that's if you have erectile dysfunction, that's also the early sign of you probably might get a heart attack later in life. Because you have blood clots. Because that's usually if you're having erectile
mean-
dysfunction.
my dick can't get hard, I'd get heart attack. Yeah. I understand. I see the correlation. I see the correlation.
that's not what he's trying to say.
Now we know when kind of priorities
You
lie.
understand? No, that is not what he's saying.
I see the correlation. It makes sense to me.
But like
It
on a
makes
serious
sense.
note, that's really like, how are you feel about that? Like, if are you like
If your
when
dick stop
soft?
I was
Right.
just going to talk. I was just going to bring up something related to that since we talking about dicks, right? What happened?
Yo, this title of the episode dicks, man. Exclamation mark, smiley face.
Not even dicks,
This
just dick.
conversation.
What happens, right? When y'all dicks tap out before y'all ready for it to tap out?
Whoa.
Take a break and go off again.
Because this shit happened to me.
Yeah, bye.
You're a man.
This shit happened to
I would
me.
assume it like
Kind
It
of
should
look like
happen
he
to
got
all
some
men at
shit
some point at
to
least
tell
once.
us.
It'll get me upset.
Like we've all been there.
It'll get me upset, highly upset. It'll get upset.
I just
Because
like,
it was the first time it happened to me.
Like it's just one of those things where mentally it's like, yo, I got certain plans, like this is gonna go a certain way, and then you get into that, and then it's like,
That'll be the one
That's
spot.
not it.
But-
That'll be the one
Plans. You should
spot.
never make plans. You just go with emotion.
No.
Once
that-
you make plans and
You
look,
be
the thing
like,
is, if you
okay,
make
I
a
do like
plan-
4 more positions and then we out and then boom.
All of
The thing
these
is,
things
if you make a
like,
plan,
Couldn't even finish the first one.
understand. It happens. It happens.
if you make a plan and you don't reach your plan, you're gonna feel bad about it. But if you didn't make a plan and it happens, be like,
No, but
and
it's
you know
still the
what?
same
You gotta
thing.
wait
Yeah,
for
So
it.
it's still the same
no,
because like
no.
you gonna compare it to like the last times, especially if this is like a reoccurring pattern, you know, like it's like me, you, we been at it for a while and then shit just start to like.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're in a relationship, then you notice that like,
Who said anything about the relationship?
yeah, partner is a relationship.
Damn, Calissa.
No. I mean like
Jesus.
I'm just saying like
I mean, I thought it for me, right?
you can have sex with somebody on a regular and that's not your, you know, boo.
I know, but
So
I'm
you're
talking,
not speaking
I'm-
for those people.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
talking for me.
You know,
Those people.
inclusivity.
Okay, I'm talking for the people that's in the Taken group, signed by me, King, and Rashid.
Oh my
So
god.
those
God.
people,
Sean, we gotta get our lives together, man. They're leaving us.
Catch up.
They're leaving us.
That got nothing to do with me.
but you'll notice that sometimes like you come first or she comes first, for example, and that's like
There's no problem with her coming first.
yeah, but
Nah,
that's
it
the
never
thing,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to
how coming first
no,
ain't
but
issue.
you have to put it in your mind that it's going to happen with you too. You're not the superhero, so it's going to be times that
The
you're
key,
going to come
the
first.
key
that
to
is-
that is foreplay. Then at least hopefully it's not as bad if the entree, let's put it that way.
It's true.
not a long course
A lot of
meal.
girls prefer head over.
You go ham
Yes,
you try
but-
to get her to come a couple
Penetration
times from
anyways.
the
But don't you want
Pre-stuff.
foreplay too?
Bro.
Yeah, but like once you give her foreplay, it was a problem.
No, but I mean it's a mutual
the
thing
night.
from both sides, right?
Yeah.
okay.
And
My point is
Why you beating around the bushes and just saying
Yeah.
all these things you gotta
Foreplay
say?
can backfire big time, man.
he mean he could
Because
not
you the
give
whole
nothing
time
foreplay.
anticipating, you're like, yeah, I'm working on this,
but you missing my point, which is my point is
Because
if
if
your
she
last
come
2
from
seconds
full-
is all good because she already
She
came.
already, yeah.
That's the point that I'm making.
That's-
So
But what
you
if
say
what
it
if
regardless?
what if the significant other looks at that as an appetizer and the main course has to be the main course, and when the
Then
main
y'all
course
need to have
comes,
a conversation.
the main course is not even a dessert but a snack.
Then it's
Y'all
like they say,
need to be
listen,
like,
you
hey, boo.
already came.
What is the problem?
We both said
I
we both
see
here.
equality here, boo boo.
I spend a whole much time doing my
Yeah,
thing to
you know
make
that-
sure
that
you
take
get
long
yours.
too.
Yeah,
So-
but there's also some girls that prefer the raw slab over the loose tongue.
Okay.
Wow.
I
I mean,
understand.
That's true.
I
But
understand
then
what you're
again,
saying.
you have a conversation with your partner. You know whether or not like she prefer head over.
The hope is it's not somebody that is like this is a one night stand and you probably not gonna see this thing that then she just got a terrible thing.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
If it happened in one of those situations, you're not getting a
Okay,
second
if
chance.
it's a one night stand, you're gonna use your tongue down there.
Nah.
A one night stand meaning like you don't know this person, you just meet this like that kind of vibe.
Nah.
I'm trying to
No.
think honestly if I have in the past or not. But I wasn't a person that had a whole lot of one night stands like
yeah,
that.
me neither, so
But-
I can't.
I don't think so. I don't recall.
I don't know, but my tongue is like my tongue was only for like girlfriends.
Not feeling.
Where I know like, okay, you good? I good. We tested. We good. You are allowed to receive the tongue now.
That's the responsible way to go about doing that.
And I was always the same person. Like I would never let like no one just like
Give you head just like
so,
that.
yeah, no.
I still trying to figure out why you just beat around the bush.
Because
Yeah.
I always talk like this.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
I always think about what I say before I say it. That's why I always stutter so much.
No, not the southern is like you're afraid to say dick and penis like so
Like,
fuck
the
it
whole
is, you guys.
episode
No,
we've been saying dick.
I just love saying different words for dicks. And penises and stuff.
Okay.
It's a fun thing.
This is a dicks and penis.
Slabs and yo, I come from an island where we have like 6-7 words for one sex
It's the
organism.
same thing I'm gonna do.
So what is all of this accusing the man for calling the penis a slab?
Rashid see what I was saying. Rashid see what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the
It's like we was waiting for you to say it and you just wasn't getting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making y'all anticipate me
Yo.
saying dick.
Coming too early to just piss me off. And sex is probably the one place where I actually have an ego. Right? I don't have it nowhere else except for there. And when I come too early, it just piss me off. I want to go for round 2.
But
then,
that's good.
yeah, my brain just be ready.
No, but that's why you gotta wait. You gotta
You gotta wait. You gotta give it a
wait.
while, man. You gotta give it a while.
You gotta like just like talk with the
Usually,
No.
it is work fine. But that one time, I wait. It didn't come back.
You see, now it'll be even worse.
Gotta
Now
get a
it'll show.
dessert, some snacks, eat. Fill up the tank. Go.
For me, when that has happened to me, that'll be even more depressing now because that'll show the age. Because back like 21, 22.
That's why I was concerned.
Come early, then ain't nothing. Round 2 come
23.
in. Now it's like bye. Even thinking about I gotta think about what I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta think about responsibilities.
You know it's serious. You know it's serious when you got plan out having sex because it's like the way your schedule set up is like you gotta take out this time. We gotta see where you come
Alright,
finish
but
it.
that's like 10 o'clock now. If
but
she
that's-
come
I
at
gotta go,
11,
yeah.
then we go.
gotta schedule it in.
We go bullshit for like an hour and a half. So I mean, we
Yeah,
gonna start
1
fucking till
o'clock.
like 1:30. I gotta wake up for 7. Is
Why
it worth
is
it?
that?
Bye, yo. Let me meet up next week, no.
Yeah.
But I think,
A whole
but
7 days
but
later.
I think that's also
So much
the
mental
thing about
preparation
different.
needed.
Like if you're in a relationship, then it's going to be a little different anyway. Especially if you're living together. I'm not living together with.
Yeah, I was right about to say.
But like we like 6 minutes apart, so like if she coming over, I know she's staying over. You understand? Because it's not like then if she has to go to work the next day that she has to then go all the way home. Because all the way home is like 5 minutes. So it's like.
But there is still like life does get in the way of things.
Of course.
Like just on a general, especially if y'all got a different schedule in terms of
That is
work
true.
and whatnot. Like the hours that I work is different than the hours she work and things. And there's times when she busy with a lot of things, or there's school, or there's whatever it might be in the person's life. That whether you're living together or not, it could just be like some time can pass when it's like, yeah, you just gotta,
Hold it up.
I guess, go back to porn or something for a bit.
Honestly,
you know?
I haven't seen porn in maybe 2 years.
Nobody else see how can this about job there.
That's a long time.
Like I don't know.
But
if I
honestly,
believe
I've
it.
never- strong individual.
I've never also been that guy to watch porn like that. Like all of my friends drop names of like porn stars and stuff, and I'm like,
I can give
who
you
the fuck is
I ain't gonna lie
this?
to you. I can give you a catalog.
I don't need one.
I've seen a lot of stuff in my life.
That sounds so wrong.
I'm just saying.
Man is experienced, man.
Over the
We need a
years,
VPN for real.
I'm just saying. Like,
Yo, if you need a VPN to search porn in 2020, then something wrong with you. Like,
I mean,
my porn watching
initially.
career,
You
you
know-
probably started at like what 16 or something like.
Oh,
it's-
only?
I don't like somewhere in the teenagers years. I don't remember exactly when
I think
it
I
started.
started 12.
My
Yeah,
point is, it's like
same.
it's been a long
black-
time
that
since
black
then
box?
for me to like have
Oh,
seen
yeah.
a lot of different stuff.
You had it too?
What do you know? What channel 21?
Everybody,
I think we all.
all the Samaritan people. Oh, you had that.
You used to put a towel
Yeah,
under the
DirecTV.
door so you wouldn't see the light shining through by the TV.
Okay, no, it wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious?
Nah. I used to have Cartoon Network on Recall though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah,
The
flip back and
Recall-
forth on the channels.
That Recall button.
For sure.
My Recall game was strong.
The thing was, it was only like only in the TV. My mother room had it on, so it's like when she go down the road and thing, I go
Yep.
in my mother room.
Or she go
and the
walk-
same thing with the recall.
Summer
and whatnot.
vacation. Yeah.
you would think because I had a TV in my room from like since small, I would be like my thing was watching South Park. That was like the when I was a kid, but like in my teen years, like I was playing too much video games. I think that was it. It was either play video games or watch porn. Apparently, video game was my porn.
By in that case, maybe that's why I broke. I was in both worlds. I was doing both.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just gotta make time for what's important to you. So
okay. So I
wait, you won't say much on this topic with porn.
because this is not something I really want on the internet.
Fair enough.
So okay, if
But
you wanna,
I feel
Let
like
us speak.
I mean, I thought
I
she was
feel
a
like-
brother.
I'm trying to get the female perspective on porn and whatnot.
we've had these conversations though, like with a crew, like
So do you
have-
watch porn, Calissa?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I have said this before.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
have.
somewhat
Yeah,
frequent?
just like
You have.
just like with yes.
Is it a once a day?
No way to get
Just
there.
like-
Yes.
That's
Why
all
y'all
the
put
details
me
you
on
finna
the
get.
spotlight is.
We all sharing here. That's all.
That-
But I
like,
feel like
I just thought you felt a
You
little
know,
left
it's
out of the
different.
conversation. Trying to
you were
bring it up.
as a matter of fact, you were circumcised your son.
I don't know. That's what I say. I think it would depend, but like to me, I don't really see it as a necessary something because
Just teach
I
him to
don't
clean
really-
himself properly.
yeah, I guess.
You gotta do. You know what I was
That
thinking.
gonna teach your kids responsibility, cleaning early.
But not only that, you know what I was thinking. Show them what could happen if it go bad. But that could really backfire.
Okay, no, don't do that.
That could
haunt
either
them.
be,
Speaking from
that could be either really good or really
I was
bad.
4 years old and I can still remember the pain. Stop.
Pain.
Oh,
Yes.
you had it really bad then.
No, that's not really bad. It's just a little bad. It hurts
Oh.
because you gotta skin it back to clean it.
So what tends to happen?
Where does
Like,
pain?
are
Where
you-
does the
it's
pain come
like-
from? Why do you have pain?
Cause
It's like a yeast infection. That's what you do that, or like
it's not.
Is it?
I mean, it could become a yeast infection. I think if it gets really, really bad. But
Oh,
it's
'cause
more.
let me
It
tell
just
y'all.
gets sensitive. The first thing it is, it gets sensitive. So like, for you to clean it then, because usually sometimes it's you just skin it back. It doesn't hurt at all to skin it back. But if it's sensitive, you try to peel it back,
I don't remember ever having
and
this problem.
the skin is okay. Let's for
The
for
conversations
better
today,
a lack of a
guys.
better term, less stretchy because it's inflated.
Yeah.
So you gotta, and it
yeah.
hurts. It just hurts. And for a 4-year-old kid that barely understand what pain is,
Cut that shit up. Though.
Yes.
God damn.
so it's not fun. So wait, before let's not deviate
Also,
from the porn conversation.
Let's not deviate.
So-
Let's stay on the dick. That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say.
Pause. But so I post that because I ain't watch porn like that. So, but I do play a lot of games, and I post recently that I played like 180 hours of Pokemon and 250 plus hours of Smash Brothers.
I'm still suck.
I ain't going to even. So if you would have to switch it, how many hours of
Goddamn.
porn
That one
would be
was
next to your
foul.
name?
Not that much. God damn.
I'm not gonna answer
I
the
don't know.
question.
I don't know.
How honest you want
Porn was just always for like a quick nut and then I gone. Like I don't want to
Just
be in there all
an
day.
Yo,
Just
I
an estimation.
have that shame and disgust with
Yes.
this.
You see yourself in the mirror afterward. Like, you be talking to yourself and look at you now.
Yeah,
Why you watching yourself in the
Why you in
mirror?
a mirror? Why you in a mirror?
It's like
Where
in the fucking
you be?
bathroom. The
Oh,
bathroom
you
has a
in the
mirror.
bathroom?
So you're holding your dick looking
Where's-
at me
where's
like,
are
what
you-
the fuck you doing?
I was that question.
I'd be on my bed.
I feel like that's a little too far.
Where you just do it? Over the toilet, quick clean up,
Oh, smart.
quick flush. You not clean on.
Good flush, okay.
But you see that's see, this is where we one up on you. Not being circumcised now.
Yeah,
He's
it's a
All you gotta do-
competition.
all you gotta do is just put your skin up and technically just squeeze up top part.
Oh yeah,
Think about it.
yeah. Yo,
Think about it.
To stop it
Nah.
Yeah.
from
like
Nah.
he trying to say like
to avoid mess.
No, to avoid the mess.
Right.
Yeah.
To avoid the mess.
To avoid the mess.
Well, I guess that depends on how much coming out.
oh
And how
that's
much
true.
skin you have as well. I
yeah,
believe.
that's true. But like, some is gonna leak out. But I mean, I would rather most of it being in the skin than most of it being in my hand.
I just feel like we just find out a lot about Sean. A lot about
Hey, we all
Sean.
sharing here today.
Yo,
we all sharing here
back
today.
to those questions by throughout like all of life.
You're teen up till now.
Not as much as gay men.
But
Okay.
if I had to say realistically, I think I would have a good like
Okay,
5 years.
let's lift
I
up
said
hands.
Like I say, like I started like starting the
5
teen
years.
years to now almost 30 and thing. It's a lot of years.
Okay,
of,
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's
it adds up. I
okay.
don't know how much it is.
Let's go from 2015 to 2010. Were you watching porn every day? Raise up your hand.
Nah.
Every day.
Every
That's
day.
Every day is a bit
excessive.
excessive.
2010 to 2015. I don't think
No.
every day, but
Nah.
Were you watching
I would-
porn 3 times a week?
probably.
4 times a week?
Depending on the week, maybe.
5 times a week?
My answer would probably be something.
Depending on the week, maybe.
5 times.
I feel like
There were periods in my life when it was
I
every
feel
day.
like you know it's a
There
problem.
were times when it was like every
Like
day.
post
at some
girlfriend
point.
periods to be a little
Right.
rough. You check. So
It's like it just keep you from hoeing, you know. So
Again, I just played video games.
no, but what she
I
said
didn't
there,
watch porn though, but
what she said there is a very good point. I don't know if you to do this, but me
It
personally,
certainly is true.
What?
If you could save yourself a lot of time in watching porn instead of texting people. Like you make a lot better decisions post getting
Right.
the nut out.
you call that-
thing about going to the club.
Call that a post-nut
Before you
clarity.
going out, jack off. A
You
lot
make a
less
lot-
problems in the
although
club.
you might enjoy the party less.
That's okay. That mean, if you enjoy it a little, I rather enjoy it a little bit less and make a real big mistake.
Because the thing is, after I come, I too mellow, dog. I become like a Buddha.
Word.
After I come, I calm
life
now.
is complete. he's at peace.
Everything is zen now.
I could never like. That's the thing. Like coming and then going out. I just want to go sleep. I don't have the energy to be out there whiling.
But I ain't gonna lie. Okay, well, I know about Ari, but it saved me a couple of times.
The thing I hate the most is busting a nut and going out.
Question.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Are y'all familiar with the NoFap movement? Have y'all ever
I
heard
did
of
it.
this?
I've heard of
Yeah,
it.
I did it for
Wow.
2 years.
Why?
This was when I just got here in the Netherlands from 2014.
I believe that would make my life
Till
a lot more
2000, the end of 2015. So I would say 2 years, but it was maybe like a month before that. Yeah, boy, it was uplifting.
okay, but
Honestly.
like here's the thing:
Any physical
were you
benefits?
more sexually active in that period in time?
No,
So
I
you
was.
just-
I had a lot of wet dreams though. A lot of wet
That's something I
dreams.
never really had.
I never had.
Well, stay a year without fapping, you will find out. Your body will just
I ain't gonna
naturally get it
I ain't
out.
gonna lie to you, a year is a long time.
Oh, yeah.
A year. Hey, but imagine how much more productive you could be though.
I was very productive. There was a time
Would you
period that I
because
was
you would
making
be
a lot of
sexually
music videos.
frustrated?
No,
So-
it's actually not. Maybe the first
me,
couple of
that is my
weeks,
thing.
and then you just don't think about it.
Nah,
It's the
but
same
it-
thing with alcohol. Like
It's like
when
going with
you're in your
withdrawal.
body,
It's true.
yeah, you're in your body, get accustomed to it. You don't even think about it anymore.
It's like when you get out of like a relationship and you're accustomed to having it like on
Yeah.
a regular, and then after you like bye.
But one thing though, that first nut,
It was glorious.
yo, you don't understand that.
But I think it
amount-
depends on you as a person though, cause like some people just do it to like get out like frustration and a bunch of stuff. Like if you don't, like if that's really how you just get out like some of your frustration or like that like
Oh yeah, some people come
relax
just to
you.
relax.
Yeah, if it's to relax,
That's fuck up.
then it's kind of like problematic.
I mean, you might want to see a therapist.
Some people do the NoFap to get decent, get sensation back in sex because they get so accustomed to their hand they can only come by their hand, which is messed up.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I've
crazy.
seen people go into it for a number of different reasons and allege about all kind of different benefits and stuff. Like, there was this dude who was losing his hair and claimed that since he stopped joining the NoFap movement, his hair started to regrow and all kinds of
I
shit.
really
He
want to
must
know how
have
many
been
other,
really
other,
fapping,
other factors.
So this
playing
man-
into
This
that.
is my thing.
Good.
This is what
It could also be this man was like busting a nut like 3 times a day or some fuck like that, like really excessive shit.
like there's a
Nah,
lot of
but I
people
feel
that talk
like
about the
someone
increase
died
in
fapping too
productivity
much,
and
yeah.
all of these things, but I feel like the people who really see like large benefits and these amazing transformational life things from NoFap movement is like to me, you was doing nothing with your life but masturbating.
Yeah.
Like, those are the people that
Yeah,
know
but
this is like, yo,
also-
I have so much free time. Like, how much were you watching porn?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
But I feel like it's also because with that same thing of like getting out frustration because they can't get it out that way. Now they have to do something productive to get out the frustration, like go to the gym or do something like that. They change their life.
yeah, those things I understand, but
So
still,
that's
it's
why
like,
they feel
how
healthier.
often are you
But
watching porn
yeah,
for it
that's
to be
an
like,
intent.
okay, now that your porn watching time is replaced by all this, like, how much
So-
of your time
I
was
don't
this?
even
So
porn
like
watching
on a
time?
serious question, are you ever like reach a point where you have to have like a conversation with yourself, like, yo, it getting a little out of hand, like you scroll on the page and start recognizing videos, like seen it,
Yep.
and then you have to be like,
Yep.
you know what, it's time
no.
that we just go. King.
To
Again,
me,
I've not
I
been
feel
in the
like
porn-
I
in
feel
the
like
porn
that was
vibe like
Pornhub
that.
fault though.
Right?
is that?
They keep recommending the same
Oh,
videos.
Refresh the page.
I
it
mean,
ain't even
I
necessarily
feel like
that.
it
I feel
depends
like-
how you're searching.
I was gonna say too, you know, by now they got like a plethora of sites, like you just got used for.
Yeah, but a plethora of the sites is trash though. Like I used to use a lot of different sites in the past and things.
Okay,
and
okay,
now
cool.
It just
I feel
kinda,
like everybody have like one website.
I was
it
gonna
just
say, I
kind
was
of
gonna
come
say,
down to
one
like I just
top
go
three,
to Pornhub
top
now.
three,
Like,
top 3 porn sites. Rashid.
Put me on the spot one thing. Top 3. I ain't use much right.
Okay. When if you can't give me a top 3, how you to search for porn?
He does use one website probably.
Pornhub?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just
Pornhub.
use Pornhub?
Yeah.
Okay, so you, King.
well, for me it's down, and then you
Same.
go to categories, and then Ebony. That's usually with stats, and then it just depends like what type of Ebony. Like it's usually
Okay,
black
so you
people.
don't go by you just search
I
porn by
can't believe we
category.
really haven't
Okay, cause it's
X videos.
I used to use that, but then it's like the layout,
The
and
UI.
the organization. Yeah.
no, but no, you know what happened?
Yeah.
You know what happened? You know what? Well, maybe with Rashid as well, but with us, because X videos is one of them ones that's a newer site. We a little old school. We still used to was downloading porn like my.
Nah.
So it's like.
I never understood people who was down.
That was my mistake.
You were downloading
Why-
porn on
I ain't gonna
LimeWire?
lie, I did it twice.
I did it
Crashed my
once.
computer. Never happened again.
I was right about to ask you what these bangers
Porn
say.
on LimeWire
Never-
is legit just downloading an STD on your computer.
But yeah.
Never
Back
did
in
it
the
again.
days, I remember I used to go on certain sites where it's like the paid sites, but they got the previews and thing,
Right.
and you watch a whole bunch of previews. and like,
Okay, no, but
The
if, okay,
two
but
3-minute videos and thing.
if we talking about no, will you will search through category, and then Calista, you say X videos, but you will search through category.
I would have like a word, like whatever feeling that day, like a search a category, but like
Yeah.
I would like type it in. I don't go in their categories. Just be
Right.
like whatever I feeling on a particular day.
Okay,
Okay,
and
sure.
what's-
Does
Just like
X
this.
Hamster still exist?
Yeah, pretty
That's an
sure,
old one.
probably.
familiar with that one as well.
I used to use that one.
I used to use that when I wanted to be hipster. Everybody was on Pornhub and Red too. So I was like, nah,
I
that
feel
sounds
like that's what X videos is though.
Like Red 2 was
I
one.
was just gonna say, right, if,
That's another one.
if it was to be the top 3 videos, it would be X videos, Red 2, Pornhub. But we should point out, I think I'm a little bit more invested in the porn community than everybody else in this
Yeah,
room.
because I show you the search by porn star.
But yeah, I'd go by name.
Biggs.
It
I ain't gonna
depends.
name drop everybody, but there was this one day we were all talking, and then they started just dropping like porn star names, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, how the fuck do you? And they all know. And it was like, yeah, she bad, she
Yeah,
bad.
that one,
And I like,
Them is
How
good
the
moments.
How the
we
fuck do you
more
know the
backstory,
names
you know.
there?
Like they got one particular porn star that like really that if you see her she's known, but the thing is she don't fuck black guys.
Right.
Because the one scene she do with a black guy, like all her ratings went down, like how racist white people, how white fellas wasn't fucking with her no more. So she couldn't like she was legit losing money off of that, so she don't fuck with black man.
That's something a
Whole
lot of people.
backstory.
That's something a lot of people in the porn industry just talk about.
Oh yeah?
The way that
I only know about this
the
one
pay
thing
scale
particularly.
and stuff like that for interracial and the different things as to why certain people kind of avoid doing that, because like once you enter that is like, I don't know, not to say it taints you, but it's like you looked at a different way, or if
you do
you're
a
an
black
anal
guy?
person, or if you're an ebony person, or like whatever your porn category might be and shit. Like, it's a weird thing.
No, recently I also saw this documentary on the Dutch TV where they were following like a a bunch of UK like escorts, and just like showing like how they live and stuff. That was very interesting. But yeah, just go on.
I feel like I watched that.
Yeah, this one lady had like two kids, and then they went to one of the escortees. I don't know how you call it.
Everybody got their dick questions out.
I think so.
No more.
I feel like
we can move off the dick.
Yeah. You can hop off.
We can hop off the dick.
Yeah.
You could even start the episode.
Yo, are you mean that 80% of this podcast is about dick?
And then you could just put well, then it's a very easy
So
title
let's talk
this week.
about something else.
Let me at least close it with
So let's talk about vagina, guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So are you on? we could have segue into the stripper.
Busting shit.
Yeah, that's one that's actually,
No, I don't want to
topic.
trip on nobody child for the editor.
I mean,
What you doing up there?
what are you tripping on?
She was working though. She was performing.
You don't got to walk that high up.
She is a performer. Everybody else need the basic pose. So she was like, nah. She was like, nah, I'm about to show.
She earned her money.
She was giving it her all, okay?
Yeah, and all them dollars going into her face now. How
Yeah, that's
productive
what
is
she
that?
working. That's what she works for, to be able to pay her bills and whatnot.
So basically, so that everybody know what's going on, it have a video that come out of a stripper who was like, she was on a pole, and I don't know, some sites say it was like 15 feet, some say it was 20. So between 15 and 20 feet, she falls. Homegirl falls straight off of this pole, smack her entire face on the ground, on the stage, sorry. And she keep going. She was a whole champ, but apparently
It's a nasty fall too, boy.
she broke her jaw, and now she need surgery and a bunch of stuff.
Was she bleeding?
No,
Because I mean,
because
as a club owner, you would hope the club owner be like, nah, okay,
but
stop
watch
this.
the video, Biggs. Bye.
But I am okay. You
and
know
there
what?
was some controversy after that and stuff because people was talking about her not getting liability coverage or whatever because of the way that strippers, the way that they work with a lot of the strip clubs and the kind of contract, if you want to call it that they have.
Homegirl fall hard. But my question is, did you have to go up so high?
She trying to earn the money, Kana.
She
If-
performed.
She giving the people a show.
The
You
thing
can't
is-
say you was not entertained.
Yeah, but the thing is, as a stripper,
I wasn't there.
but I just saying, like, as a stripper, like, I feel like all strippers trying to set themselves apart from other strippers. Like,
gotta stand out somehow.
Yeah, she got.
Yeah,
I
man,
sure she
you
do that
stand-
before
you
and
stand
get
out now,
crazy
yeah.
money, and that's why she doing it.
I think after this day, she's going to get mad money regardless.
Oh, she already been on talk shows and things.
She's going to be that stripper now.
That bushy face?
But she said
And
she ain't
never
stripping
stop.
no more.
She like the Energizer.
Bye.
But what's the backup plan if like
I don't know. I
gonna
don't know her
podcast.
personally. I'm not
The
a
Broken
people
Jaw
like.
podcast.
Jesus Christ.
All I know is the girls say. All the girls say she not going back to stripping.
Yeah.
I wish I knew about her plans, but unfortunately I cannot report on it.
are you man stupid?
Terrible.
Are you stupid? Wow. So this is what going on here on the Lincoln podcast. This the man who say he didn't want to end the podcast tripping
Right?
on people.
Yo, I
No, it's just stupid. Jesus.
I knew this was going to happen. That's why I didn't want to choose this topic.
Okay, well, let me you want to choose a topic then.
We had a couple more.
We had a lot. We
We can get to none of them, boy.
Oh, we had a few
talk
more.
about
Some,
circumcision and porn.
This episode went all the way rated
Yo,
R.
this episode rated R for real, dog.
yo,
Yeah.
This is not Disney
I
friendly.
wouldn't be, so far for the last like month, every week that we do an episode, we gain like one more subscriber on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised it don't happen this week.
I actually think we're gonna get more subscribers now.
Knowing people, they probably gonna enjoy all the nonsense.
I wouldn't
could
be
relate,
surprised,
man.
If we clip it properly and we like title it, maybe just for shock value, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get that one this week.
We're gonna get a lot of questions though.
Yeah, not yet.
Like,
Hopefully
so-
not. Hopefully not. Y'all could just watch it, consume it, like, wait for next one next week.
Let me tell you who they certainly don't have any questions for. They don't have no questions for Kana because he put his whole life out there. We all know everything about this man. Though.
I find, I just giving the young ones tips and tricks on how to go about
the man,
it.
the man is making sure that there's content. The man is trying to give compelling content to our listeners and viewers. The man cares about his job.
Just like that stripper.
That's right.
See?
Exactly, you understand.
There you
See,
go.
Kalissa gets it.
Bring it back around.
She gets it. So,
Get coffee. What more with substance?
I mean, I want to talk about how I made my whole house into a fucking spaceship.
We're doing that next week. You will have time next
I
week.
mean, there's All-Star Game, there's you.
No, you had one to discuss
Alimony.
about tipping
Yeah.
or alimony. Pick one.
We go
I don't
go
know.
with
Let's
tipping.
leave that for next week.
Yeah.
Alimony?
Oh, that's a big
yeah,
topic.
That's a
Let me just
controversial
stop
one.
playing with this perfume since it's not mine.
I mean, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
I just be sitting here and then just grabbing shit. I sorry.
Okay. So,
Every episode, I just look like I have ADHD because I just don't know what to do with
Touching
myself.
everything.
no, but like, I just realized the same thing about like the amount of different things I just do with my hands on an episode of the podcast, like the hair.
It had
the
one episode I would play with my jeans the whole episode.
You said that
I
last
am
week.
quite consistent. My hand always goes to the phone and then it drops it. And then I look at the camera and then I look at the person that's talking and then go look at my phone
I'm
again.
gonna be quite real. I just try not to look at myself or like look back at the videos. It's still something
I
like
know, I
that.
can be honest.
112 episodes in, I still ain't accustomed to it. So,
All right. So tipping, all right? And when I talk about tipping, I talk about tipping in a restaurant. Right? Do you guys tip when
Yes.
you go to a
I don't
restaurant?
go to restaurants.
When I go to a restaurant, I
God
tip.
damn. Okay.
Is that?
Okay, let me talk specifically about America, right?
America.
America, yeah. Why?
Why two tip?
Yes.
Because a lot of the
Because-
wages.
Wait.
Okay.
Right? Tipping is expected.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it expected of me as a consumer to pay your check when I am not the one that employed you in the first place?
I get that.
It's
The thing is-
expected, but it's not necessary. I mean, you'll be
it's
looked
not
at as a
enforced,
dick.
but it's like,
And a certain amount is expected as well.
Yeah, that whole 15%. That
15%
yeah,
Of the
10%.
meal.
I just do 15
You
to 20.
either get to the 5 or you get to the 10.
The thing is, well, I don't know if the rules has changed a bit, but from what I remember, like a lot of people, like the wages that they actually get in ain't like it's like starvation wage, and the tips
It don't be good.
bring
at all.
It's basically-
bring it up to like a
Minimum wage.
That's
a
why.
minimum wage.
is like below minimum wage.
lot of
Is
them people
basically
be
what I'm
living off
making
of
the
the tips,
hourly. And also in the States, I believe they do not have
I
service
agree completely
charges.
with what the
What?
point Rashid is.
Why?
I understand
the point.
Like I understand why.
Like the
right?
situation is fucked up, but that's not on me.
Why?
Like,
Yeah, I
I
get
ain't the
that.
one who
understand-
tell
I
you to
understand
work
the
at this
situation.
company that
I
paying you
mean-
$4 an hour or some shit like that.
But my whole,
But
my
it's
whole
also like
argument
some
is
people
when
don't
I
have
go.
choice. So it's like
Like I
That's the
understand
only
them
place.
working, but
My whole argument is like just in just service based work in general, like especially like
Shit is
restaurants and
rough.
stuff like that. It's a rough work, and I used to work there, and I just understand like you don't get paid enough
yep.
in general for the
And
work
that's
that
why I
you
will
do.
always tip.
So like for me, I just tip because I already work there, so I don't care like
Once you work in a
where it
restaurant,
is,
you really
I just tip.
understand.
because yo, if I could have got a tip when I was still working in Zara, dog, I would appreciate that. Fucking
I got a tip. I got a €2 tip once.
I mean, it is one of those things that
I didn't
one
really
of
know what
those
to do.
things that is
But I
making me
mean-
feel a little better and whatnot. Because I remember when I used to work on the airport on St. Martin and stuff, like a couple of times when you're helping the wheelchair passengers and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes for that, like I've gotten tipped and stuff like that. It's something that like they don't like to see you exchanging money on the airport and stuff. Like it's not really allowed for passengers to just be paying you any kind of money directly. So it's like you do it a little way, put it.
I mean, on
back
the
thing.
airport, it could be seen as a little shady.
like
they have-
contraband and stuff.
Coming in, going
You see,
out.
a gratitude type of thing is fine, right?
you don't
But
like
when
that
it's
it's
expected,
Yeah.
and you looked at a certain way for not tipping how they expect you to tip, that is where I have an issue with it, right?
And
I get you.
I get you, and you know, my best thing is that mind your business.
But I mean, up here is not expected, right?
No.
Yo, the best-
But there's a lot of
I
places
noticed,
here
yeah.
that
Some places included in the thing, so it's
In
like
the
it's
price,
already.
The
Or
best-
do that. That's fine too.
The best place
Some
where that's
places in the
concerned.
States do that. When you try to tip, they say no, it's already.
Yeah,
it's already in.
That's
The
fine.
best place where I've
I know
been
you
with that's
do.
concerned is Japan, but Japan is like it's actually seen as a negative something if you tip them. Like they legit would chase you out the restaurant and give you back your money if you try to tip them.
Really?
Like that happened
What's the,
to us
what's the
several
reasoning
times.
behind it?
I could sit down here and tell you something and then like I could bullshit you.
You was an Asian guy, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Asian correspondent.
I can't remember the exact reason of why.
Oh, the shit
Like,
like,
maybe
probably
it's
like
pride.
disrespecting some
Yeah,
kind
like
of way.
it's
or-
just like
in
they don't want
some-
handouts or
somewhere-
anything like
So
that.
it could be something like that.
Somewhere along those lines. I'll come back to you with that next week.
Some
Will you?
Botswana probably.
I'm gonna try.
Probably won't.
Okay.
But did
Not
like
gonna-
legit? We was chased out at least 5 times because we give them tip and
But-
they
but you don't
follow us
fucking
down
learn.
the road.
But you don't
It could
learn.
probably be like just.
It was good service.
Japan is an honor place in general, and like for the honor and like for the pride of like the business, whatnot. Like they don't want handouts and.
And you know the interesting psychology part about it that made me want to tip. And I was the one. Me and Ja, we used to. Lord, I see his name out there when it's incriminating evidence.
I mean,
But
when you said
anyway,
it in the last episode anyway.
no, what we used to do every time we used to go out eating with my mother, she would put the tip and then she'd be busy eating like in her bag. or
Oh,
something like that.
Lord.
That's
And
foul.
me and Jean would go and take the tip.
That's foul.
If we
You
feel-
take
if-
money off of your mother,
That's
Jed.
foul.
No, I think no. If we feel the person who was
She already
serving us
gave out the
didn't
money.
deserve the tip, we taking that tip. It don't matter how much it was, and we let her know when we in the car. Hey, mama, we got out. Like we take the tip now. She's like, "Are you damn children can't go out with nowhere."
Yeah.
No, Jan. If you give us the shitty service, you don't. I sorry, you don't deserve the tip.
Okay, so
You see, are
now
you
not
fucking
talking
with
about
people who
taking
touching
tips,
on your
right?
food? I don't understand. That's
Yeah,
why.
but they don't know
I
until
got
after.
I got a question for you, Sean.
Good answer.
You taking tips?
Mm.
Have you ever took money in the tip from the church chat?
Wow.
Oh
Or like
Yeah, we used to
people,
go
you
church.
ever see
no.
people trying?
Yeah, I was baptized in communion and all that.
Which church that?
The one across from my house in thing.
Ah, okay, true.
That was the one in Simpson Bay, but I was like younger.
I see people
I don't think
take
I
money
ever
from the
hear
tip
you.
thing.
I don't think I ever.
And then
recall
look at you
talking
like
about,
they do it.
church
And
experience.
you see them do it.
Why?
They
You
just
know,
take
because
How
many-
are you feel
That's
about
foul.
that from like the
Collection plate?
yeah. You ever see somebody try to get change like? All they, like they had like a
They had a 50 and
10.
they wanted to put that in.
Yeah, they had like
Oh.
a 10 and they wanted 5 back. And
I never used to really pay attention to the collection plate, and my mother used to always give me $1.
I used to
Yeah.
walk- I used to walk with
That's
the
it.
collection plate, so I've seen
and your
some
mother
shit.
used to be like, holy.
Yeah. My mother used to give me $1 to put in.
So
but
what have
I-
you seen, Woods?
People taking out money out of the collection bag, and you just look at it, and you holding the thing.
He was like, that was sent from God, boo boo.
You be like,
It was
you
like,
be like,
Jesus,
see,
Jesus,
see you.
no, I struggling, okay?
You
It
see,
was a
watch
sign
me
from
watch
God.
you take the money. How
No,
you?
Because in their mind, God wanted them to have that. You
That's
know,
probably
like,
why it was at church in the first
Why
place.
exactly?
My
Like God,
should've
no,
freaking
is
strike
struggling.
them right there. Catch God. That's
Like
bad
I
wish.
got
bad
kind
people.
of, I got kind of mixed feelings about it. Like
About the collection?
or the tipping.
the collection plate thing. To me, it more depends on like what kind of church it is. Like some churches, like they really do need the money that because of the way they operate is like they still have to pay people some kind of salaries and stuff and thing, and people assume because they're tax free or whatever, so they all just rolling in dough and shit like that. And that is the case for some churches,
Some of them,
definitely. When you look at what's his name with his big ass fucking Texas or wherever it is,
Osteen?
Joel Osteen and the TD Jakes
This-
and
no,
No, but
Some of
that's
these
outrageous.
people-
That's
Ev-
outrageous.
the mega
Everybody
church
on
life.
TBN. I know you know about TBN.
Like the
not
the
down
mega
to
you
it.
church
don't know
life.
about TBN? Trinity
Yo, there's this
Broadcasting
one show on
Network?
Netflix you
That's
need
the
to watch
Christian
it, like,
channel that used to show on like I forget what
Oh,
channel
nah.
it was on like
Yo,
cable and Simata.
I got
My
always
granny don't be watching
I
that
will always be
steady.
thankful that one,
I think that was 41. I
I
think it
never
was
grew up with
41.
a grandparent,
You might be right.
and two, my mother never forced us to.
That my grandmother always had
You
on,
missing
like,
out.
she
You
always had on
missing
this
out.
shit.
Growing up with
Church thing.
growing up with a grandparent is the best, guys.
I ain't gonna lie, I miss growing up with my grandmother in St. Croix because she has some crazy wild ghost stories.
Yo,
Just
my
infamous
grandma got
stories,
some
huh?
crazy
all the stories in your
stories.
family go back to ghost stories.
Why?
All of them.
All people in my
Sorry.
family creepy. That's why. They've been through some shit.
My granny could tell me a story or two. It had one time when she was like a toddler, she got like walked over by a cow. She crawled out to the this is a real story. It happened in French side.
Like she got
French
stepped on, or did it?
Like
What she was doing to get
cows
stepped
crawl?
on?
basic no. She was crawling like she was an infant, and she
I understand how that look really confusing in your head. A cow crawling.
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah, and
Madame could
basically
be on her knees.
like she somehow she gets out of the.
but
I mean, I feel like a lot of people get bitten by a horse, but I don't know what a cow was doing there in the first place. I don't know why.
what she was doing there in the first place is
Like
my question.
she get out of her house and nobody didn't realize that she had leave, and she was real small, and then a neighbor see this went down with her and the cow, and then come back running telling her mother or whoever.
Thinking about it, growing up on a farm could be quite dangerous, you know.
Oh, but she didn't grow up on a farm.
No, but I mean like in a
I know,
farm
yeah.
environment. Like, I almost get rolled over. Like them, you see them big barrels of hay? Them things seriously heavy, you know.
That's a
Like,
lot of hay.
I legit almost get crushed by one of them things.
Sean,
You almost
What you was doing?
want the you need.
Please elaborate. Please don't just drop this and go.
But yeah, so I was not even a needle. I was like a stick.
Breaking
I was a twig.
Where you find this guy?
No, long story short, I was my brother and them fathers used to be touring around Europe, giving like cooking shows and shit like that. And at a time there we was on this remote farm in France, and I had nothing to do, so I was outside in the farm
Playing with
the hay, and then like come to realize I was this close to dying. Cause at one point, like I thinking it's hay. I mean, cool, there's a lot of it,
Soft.
but I ain't think to me how heavy that shit actually is. So I jumping on it, I playing around in it. All of a sudden, like it tipped a little bit and it almost rolled over on me, and I was like that close to dying. Didn't even realize it. I just come playing like normal. Come to find out, like a day later, I get cussed because the people who had owned the farm, they had seen me playing on the hay. Nobody come outside and tell me don't like stop no, but they'll continue watching me till I almost dead.
Maybe
And then go tell my sister them or
But
they might get cussed after.
Were they white?
But
Yeah.
They was like,
but he said he was in France, so why we expecting any?
Yeah,
I mean-
there's a lot of black people in France.
there's a lot, but not where he was.
No, but also like you know, like I feel like we talk about this before. The French are notorious for like, you know.
Not giving a
Not
fuck.
giving
Yeah.
a fuck.
They were like, look at this black.
Yeah, yo, I can.
He wasn't. I bet he can't even speak French. So like, what's the point?
I picture him like Kevin
Like,
Hart
what's
in
the
the window.
point?
I'm like, look, somebody come look at this. Come look at this black boy there on his head. Like you never see hair before. So
Yo,
You know what frightened me as a kid? A chicken running like a cock running behind you.
whoa, we're back to
you say
this.
chicken?
'Cause
the
the chicken is-
why we have to go back to like penis sounding words? I thought we was off the tip.
theme of the
We was
episode.
off the tip.
Proceed.
This
Okay.
episode. It's
Proceed.
probably not gonna show up
No,
in
but I
nobody
know, but
recommendations
I
on
read it.
YouTube.
Huh?
It's not gonna show up in nobody recommendations. Like when this episode comes out, they gonna block it because like what am I gonna put in the title? Porn, circumcision, cocks, no. Like,
Yeah.
No, man, maybe the last one we can leave on the cock.
You
No,
could put getting walked over by a cow. There you go.
oh, okay.
I have been chased. I have been chased by a bird.
title right
Chased by a bird.
Chased by a bird. I've been chased by a goose and a chicken.
tipping.
Yeah,
you
man,
know,
but-
and
Hey, and tipping my.
Exactly.
It's just frightening, boy. Especially the ones like,
Any large
I
bird
used to-
chasing you is frightening.
yeah, but
You wasn't talking about peacocks
last week.
You wasn't talking about peacocks and Australia.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do if I should come at me?"
these roosters, like they will use them in cockfights and stuff. So these ones like
Oh, those are
Extra aggressive.
yeah, but like a friend of mine, like he used to own like his family still owns like a really big farm in Aruba.
That shit brutal too, huh? Cockfights.
I don't even remember what Rancho,
In imported.
Anyway.
Really, because
but regardless, so they used to have like a bunch of animals like cows, chickens, like pigs, like all of that shit. And one day, someone forgot to like close the rooster hen like good.
Makes nobody forget. Somebody get fucked up the day before. Had a bad day. And you know what? Fuck these kids. I gonna leave this game for fucking time.
Yeah, had enough of them.
So
Intentional plans.
So me and my friend, we were walking, like we were just putting some food for the roosters and thing. And when we reached to the door, this like this big black like
Big black cock.
I'm glad I wasn't the one to say it.
And we're back.
at least it wasn't me.
The nature of this episode.
Oh my
So
god.
guys, this
Yeah,
was
Long story short, that fuck just run like behind me and I cried out.
No, yo, I get chased by not to say a rooster, but I get chased by a chicken and a goose. I rather get chased by a chicken.
Bye.
Or a
Rashid, you was
rooster.
telling us about the geese story as well, no? Some geese and all. Someone of it.
a goose is
duck.
A duck. No,
It was a
it's
duck?
Yeah.
Me,
I was asking y'all if y'all knew that ducks had teeth because it was the first time I saw
But
the inside of a duck
I feel
mouth.
like
I was
Rashid
confused.
sent out a group chat once that he get chased by a goose. You won't send out in a group chat once? I swear to God it was
Yo,
you.
look, right? Let me show you something. I don't know if people who listening know about the Amsterdam
that's okay.
area, but them geese up there can't say hoof. Yo, them things don't play no.
No
What
no goose.
Can't do like a-
Geese don't
Nothing,
play,
nothing.
period.
None of them.
I feel like
Anytime I
geese
see
don't just
them,
be
I
chilling.
tense up.
If I
Like geese don't literally just be chilling and watch somebody and be like, yeah, I gonna fuck with you. Like really, truly.
They're
I've
always in
seen
a
it
squad.
happen.
I see
They're always in a squad.
Yo, if God hope, you know, God spare life, I get like that fuck you money. And like, you know, when I could just like spend on ridiculous shit instead of buying a
Kill
dog,
goose.
I can buy a goose. Yo,
House
you know okay, we talking about like 2010 days now. You see where Shell is? Going up Ebenezer side. We talking about Samantha now. My bad. Sorry for the lack of context. My bad.
Let me take my phone for a bit.
You see, no, but this is going for the fucking getting chased by a bird. You see when they have a brick wall, they used to have a house with like a brick wall across from it.
From Shell?
Across from Shell, yeah. Like right before you hit Gary Barbershop. I don't know if you... you know, I kind of set you up for that one, so I'm gonna leave that one slide, but I'm gonna leave that one go. You still
You
trying to
mean
figure out?
Sean Barbershop, dog?
Yeah, Gary was up South Road.
Yeah,
My bad.
wait,
Who's Sean? Sean Barbershop. I forgot the whole story. The man is
You
can't just go past. So you have a Gary and a Sean Barbershop?
Yeah, the Gary was South Road. Sean was like going,
Cross from Shell.
yeah, across from Sean.
That's my barber too.
To be friends.
Sean.
But anyway, we think I walk in on the brick wall side. I don't know if you ever realized they used to have geese and chickens and stuff in that wall, like in that area. You never,
In the back of the sh- in the
you know
back
what
of
I'm
the
talking
shell?
about, too, Rishi?
In the back of the shell?
No, in front, like on the main road itself.
Really?
So it would have China. No,
I feel like I know what you're talking
next to the
about.
barbershop.
Anyway, so there's a tiny shop.
Next to the barbershop.
And then the barbershop.
Yeah, yeah.
And then right next to the barbershop is like a brick wall. There's like a yellow
Yeah,
tiny house.
yeah,
In there,
yeah.
I used to have
Yeah,
geese
yeah.
and chicken and shit like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I find out the hard way, Biggs.
I was sitting down on the wall all the time. I noticed it.
Yo, I walk in, minding my own business, going town. I remember this day clear. Going town, going to catch a bus. I pass the wall. Cool. Goose come outside. No problem. Everything's alright. I know they there. It ain't surprised me nothing. Continue walking. Again, let's keep in mind like 16, 17. So I had a little bit annoying. You know what I mean? More than usual. Goose come outside. Goose come a little close to me. Granted, this is where probably I went wrong. I do like a kicking motion.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably where I went wrong.
You strike first.
Yeah, technically, I mean, I don't get a goose wrong. I will keep on walking out. I hearing like quick sounds behind me.
Yeah.
The goose
The
model come
pitter-patter.
out.
It's the same fucking goose. The goose like following me, but like trying to like elongate its neck. I don't know if it was trying to like.
Can they open it wings?
Wait, no.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So I ain't digging no scene. I thinking, yeah, you know, it's like a normal animal. They gonna follow you for a little bit, and then it ain't gonna
Go
fuck
about
with
your
you.
business.
I passed the shop.
The
I
goose
passed.
got offended that you didn't give him the respect he
think so, no.
deserved.
I really think
he was
so.
like, oh, so you gonna pay attention to
I
me?
think so now. So I passed the Chinese shop.
this goose from friend's side, maybe. That,
I know that this is St. Peter's Goose. That's what I'm saying.
St. Peter's son.
So I pass it the Chinese shop now. I hitting like the bridge. You know the little green bridge afterwards. So I reaching down now. All of a sudden I hearing like gusts. I turn around now, the goose like this, fucking neck still elongated, like moving faster in my direction now. So
that shit just creeped me out, boy.
So I start to walk a little faster.
The goose want to
Now it sends the field.
Now I by chic. Now I reach my it start by his shell. I by chic now. Chic is where, for those who don't know, chic is where you gotta catch the bus.
Yeah, that's where the bus stop is.
I think it's cool. I stay by chic now, I cross the road and everything, no problem. By the time I look to sit down at a bus stop, the goose start to fly. Okay, the thing flew in my direction. I had to continue going. I stopped by St. John's. Okay, I catch the bus by fucking St. John's. Okay, not the beginning of St. John's, not by beginning of St. No, I catch it going by fucking Emilio Wilson. Okay, yo, that fuck chased me at least. Yo, that whole
15-minute walk later.
You outran a fly.
No, it give up. They gave up before, like, yo, you ever see that one thing Kevin Hart where he said, like, when the gorilla was chasing him, he could feel the gorilla, like, I didn't feel the fingers, I could feel the beak on my
The fact that it chased you for so long.
Dog.
Oh my gosh.
Always on the other side of the road.
I would do the same thing.
Yo, if I gotta go by, for a good 2 years, if I had to go by the Chinese to get something to eat, I would go around.
Yeah.
I cross the road and enter, like, I walk it up from fucking
You probably ate that geese at the end.
Maybe, but
the thing is,
I hope so. Cause it should have tasted damn good. I should have been aware of this.
Both y'all been just talking about this geese. I ain't never see it before. Like the ducks or the chickens or the goose that was in that house.
But yo,
like,
they had a flock of birds just in behind our wall.
really.
Yo, and them things vicious, no? Geese vicious. Yo, a goose could potentially be more vicious than a pit bull. Imagine that.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Want to go to one more topic? I'm gonna wrap it up here. Cause we had an hour and 30.
Wrap it up.
By we can wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
An hour and a half.
I mean, still gotta do some groceries.
Alrighty then. Cause the only topic I was thinking to throw in there briefly was, I was curious if y'all had any theories regarding season 3.
Of you?
Yeah.
Everybody watching?
Of a conversation that gonna be.
Of what?
I see enough of it.
Of you.
I feel like we should save it for next week.
Yeah, save it for next episode.
I'm not. I don't even know
Because
what
you
guys
got a lot of potentially like real social issues with it.
As well as, spoilers and different things for those who might not have watched it.
I need to watch this first of all.
That's maybe I'll watch it. So who all has seen it? You watch it
Yeah,
first and second season?
Yeah,
You two as well? Okay then.
I watched that when
You
it came
watch.
I seen enough of it. I wasn't following it,
Like
but
first
out.
season,
No.
second
You
season.
gotta watch the second season.
What is he know?
No.
like I know what happens at the end.
Of the second season too?
Yeah.
Okay.
My girlfriend watches it and then she tells me.
Okay. No,
And Woods, you never watched none of it?
yo, you gotta watch. You got bear with the first season.
I don't like when people tell me that. No.
No, I have to take no. Why? Because the second season is better. The first season, I find the first season is a lot of unnecessary emotions and feelings and all that shit. Me personally, that's why I tell you bear with it, because you might agree with me, you might not.
Okay, the one thing I'm gonna say to me, the show is comedy.
Oh,
The first season is nothing but comedy. The way, like, the show, it has a lot to do with the inner monologue that this man does have. You could hear his thoughts basically while he's doing shit. And the shit that this man is is nothing but comedy.
The man
roll my eyes,
go
though.
from cussing to hating
then-
to loving. Like, okay, I will fix you.
And the
but I accept
crazy
you.
conclusion that he
in a
just come
span
to.
of like 30 seconds. And that's what. Listen.
This
It's
man was-
nothing but comedy.
This man more bipolar than Dutch water.
But yeah, we can do a
Nice.
proper deep dive on that when everybody
Yeah,
on the
man,
thing has
man.
actually watched it. If you at least watch a couple episodes and thing, I know how much you care about. I mean, at some point I always wanted to talk about Top Boy and we never got around to talking about that.
Yo, I watched that
There's
thing like
this
6
one
times.
show I wanted to talk about, but we could do that in the next episode. It's on Netflix. It's about mega churches. Like it's like a.
Then the 2 pops?
I know where did the money go thing or like
No, it's like a
dirty
black.
money?
It's a black church.
Oh, I see the dirty
It's a
money.
mega. It's a mega.
That's
It's a
a good
mega
one,
church,
yeah.
but like not the Joe Osteen's, but the black version. It's like legit like a family, and it's like
Green Leaf.
I was gonna say like the real version of Greenleaf. Or something.
is that?
Greenleaf is a series about
It's a series.
church and all of that. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're describing Greenleaf.
No, but this is actually like
documentary type of thing?
series.
No, it's legit series.
Fiction.
Oh, then-
Well, then it's probably
Probably
Greenleaf
Greenleaf
because
talking
Greenleaf is really good as well. Like,
Yeah, that-
I'm not.
I keep-
a
I
I
church-
was just saying,
I
watch
keep
that.
hearing
That's what I'm
people-
watching right now. I just remember the name.
It's
It's
good?
on Netflix. I don't watch names.
It's good. Yeah.
Like, I'm not a religious person
I
or
keep hearing a lot of
anything
people
like
talk
that,
about
but
it.
it is a really good show.
Yeah.
As
Hey,
well
alright,
as-
just give me something to.
I recently
Waste
watched,
time.
and any of y'all watch Who Killed Malcolm X?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was. I find that was interesting.
I didn't see it.
Why? It definitely was interesting. I mean, a lot of it, I didn't know. It reminded me of like the whole Tupac situation. In the sense that it's like, there is an official story that been recorded and like people knew whatever the official story was, but there was all kind of still hypotheticals and theories and whatnot about how it went down and who was involved with what. The craziest thing about that was in the end, I find, like when they was talking about how the people had 9 informants in the place and nobody knew who the fuck these people was. Like, in the last episode.
I might just. Anyway, we're gonna do that next time.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen,
Plugs. What we got coming up at the clubs and whatnot?
this episode is coming out Thursday.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, so the 20th of February, I'm going to be in Almere in Club Men at Work. The party is Guilty. Come check that out. Every Monday, Jean Doe, Curious, come check that out. There is another party I can't talk about right now, I think. Or maybe I can. Fuck it, I don't care. There's a party on the 27th in Club Nova called Subconscious. There's a bunch of stuff. There's other stuff I would want to talk about, but we still got to iron the kinks of that before we can talk about that.
Is that Aruba Day?
No.
That pass.
Oh, okay.
No, it
That was the 15th.
There's Aruba Day on March, that's
didn't pass.
Oh well, the party he was
Yeah.
talking about for that pass.
Okay.
But as for me, we still don't have. Well, we still working out details for Reckless, but like I tell you next week, Reckless, you could expect to see Reckless sometime soon in the end of May. Sometime in the end of May, in Super Disco, Rotterdam. But when we have everything more detailed, I'm going to leave y'all know where that is concerned. That's it for me.
Alrighty then. So, as always, make sure to stream the Mistuh King LP, which is on all streaming services, whether you use Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube Music, whatever is your cup of tea. The Mistuh King LP is there for you. As well as make, at the end of this episode, a song from the Mistuh King LP is going to play. I forget which one is going to play at the end of this one. I think Wake Up was on the last one. But whatever is next on the LP after Wake Up, that's probably what I'm going to put after this. So yeah, be on the lookout for that for those who haven't heard anything from the project as well. Hope you enjoy the song. And go listen to the rest of it. And with all of that being said, people, I think that's it for this episode. So, we shall see you the next time we link up.
Yeah,
But,
hopefully a little less dicks next time.
Later.
Destined to walk this path alone, cause I can't trust nobody. Just a drifter, left alone to roam through the hallways of life's lobby. A lost soul with no place to call home. Searching till death probably finds me, cause I just don't fit the mold required by most of society. Victim of lone wolf syndrome, searching for the place that I belong. They always say that you lose some, you win some. These days it feels like they were wrong. Feels like my losses outweigh the wins. Am I being chastised for my sins? Grew apart from once close friends, cause in my mind my life depends on the pen. So it takes up all my time. Married to the mic, I'm committed to the grind. Let the hater try block my shine. There's no chance like coloring books, they out the line. So just mind your business and stay out of mine. Yo, my rhymes the sickest and that's without trying. I just find the rhythm and proceed to ride. If the tide is switching, I just leap and dive. Point is, I'm adaptable, but flow that's supernatural. Schooling dudes on plenty too, should go on sabbatical. View sometimes radical, true punchline animal. Cool, calm, and rational dude who's not fashionable. Not mathematical, just never had that talent. So I use my way with words to try to take over the planet. Bars hard like granite, I take people for granted. It's not like a planet, yeah, that shit still happens. I claim that no one knows my pain, so I isolate myself and medicate. But the thing I hate is really I'm to blame, cause I know it'll stay the same if I don't change, yo. The way that place is on my brain is a strain that I sometimes just can't contain. To the point that I think I might need restraints, and it's something that I fear may always remain. And so I think that I'm destined to walk this path alone, cause I can't trust nobody. Just a drifter, left alone to roam through the hallways of life's lobby. A lost soul with no place to call home. Searching till death probably finds me, cause I just don't fit the mold required by most of society. Destined to walk this path alone, cause I can't trust nobody. Just a drifter, left alone to roam through the hallways of life's lobby. A lost soul with no place to call home. Searching till death probably finds me, cause I just don't fit the mold required by most of society.